Your good sis is a director. God done did that. So, hey beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mimi of Just Doing Me. We are looking good and we are feeling good, and I've got something to tell you guys today. I quit my job because I got a new job. £20,000 salary increase. Yes, your good sis done did that, and I'm so relieved. Like, I've been holding on to this for a few weeks now. I couldn't quit right when I got offered the role and signed the contract because I just got a huge bonus today and I had to make sure that bonus came through before I resigned, because y'all know they ain't gonna pay you your bonuses when they know you're leaving. But I'm beyond excited. I have been celebrating for weeks because this is absolutely huge. It is not easy, I assure you, to get a £20,000 bump in your salary. So in case a lot of you don't know, I'm an account manager in this current role that I am by profession, an account manager, but in this current role, or key account manager now, more senior. Current role, I've been a product expert or product specialist. I've been in this role for over 6 months now. Absolutely smashed it. And as I told you in the video I did at the start of the year when I said how to interview for a new job, humility is for the unemployed. Let me tell you, when I say I absolutely smashed it, I absolutely smashed it. And I used the results that I had gotten from this role. I used a lot of the extremely positive feedback I've gotten from this role to then go and secure an even bigger role. You're looking at a director. Your good sis went from an account manager, key account manager, to an account director. I couldn't even have thought that at 31 I would be a director within a company, a tech and business intelligence company. That's all I'm gonna say, because a lot of y'all, not a lot of y'all, but some of y'all do too much, be like trying to, nah sis, that's okay. But it's been a crazy process. I'm going to talk you guys through it, and I think I've got some footage as well for when I was going through it that I will add to this video. But I remember when I did the how to interview, I talked about doing another video showing how to get a pay rise, but I didn't want to do it until I had actually gotten a pay rise, because then you'll know that your good sis knows what she's talking about. When I tell you I know how to interview, I know how to, I don't even remember the last time I didn't get a job that I went up for. Like, there is an art to it, there is a skill to it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I've done 2 videos on this. I will link it in the description box, how to prepare, what to know, what your CV should look like. But when it comes to a pay rise, I keep telling you guys, you need to have something I call a brag file. And I didn't even know what a brag file was maybe until 2-3 years ago. And a recruiter asked me, do you have a brag file? And I was like, what's a brag file? It was just like a file that shows all your accomplishments and your achievements in all the other roles you've had. I'm like, why don't I have this? Your girl has been accomplishing and achieving her whole life. Like, where is this folder? So in every role I've had, when I've had my manager give me really positive feedback, when I've had clients give me really positive feedback, you know, any really positive results or smashing targets, I put it into a folder, just email it to myself, put it into that folder. When I go to an interview, I'm like, here you go. It's not just me telling you I'm great. Here's my manager telling you I'm great. Here are the heads of departments telling you I'm great. Here are the clients that I work with telling you I'm great. And here's the CEO telling you that I'm great. So that's how your good system did it. 20,000 pay rise to my basic salary. So even more potential earnings in terms of my bonuses and commissions. But I'm just so excited for this new challenge. Like, it's going to be quite a bit of international travel when the world reopens, working with some of the biggest clients in the world, especially in the banking and tech sectors. I'm beyond excited for the responsibility, the ownership. I feel like over the last 6 months, I have worked so hard, guys. You know, especially this year, like the business and the role that I'm currently in, that is hard work. Y'all have not seen me post a video for weeks on this YouTube because I'm slowly falling into, what's it called? When burnout. Like, I feel burnout coming, but luckily I've got 4 weeks notice to work out, but I've got 2 weeks of that booked as holidays, so I plan to just chill, relax. I feel like I haven't really been able to take it in and really celebrate because I still had this current role that I hadn't resigned for, and now I have. And it wasn't easy because I actually genuinely like the job that I have now. I really like the people. I think it's a really great company, but am I going to turn down 20 grand pay rise and a directorship? Hell no. So please watch this video if you want to know how I did it, how I interviewed, the feedback that I got all the way through. I shared quite a lot of that process, but I'll talk you guys through it. First of all, the recruiter called me. I applied on a job board called Reed. I always use Reed to apply. The recruiter called me. It was for a senior account position, but then she asked me, she says, my CV looked great. We had a preliminary chat interview. What am I looking for? Salary expectations. I told her exactly what I wanted. I had that figure in mind, that £20,000 figure in mind, and I was like, yeah, this is what I deserve, this is what I want. I told her I'm not accepting any roles less than this. The role that I was actually going for was quite a bit less than that, but I said to her, when you put my CV forward, tell them this is my expectation, and if they don't agree, don't even call me back, it's okay. You know, I can't just be working, you know, and suffering. So before she put my CV forward, she now, after that interview, she now sent me the job spec, and she was like, we like you, I want to put you forward, but I need you to edit your CV and tailor make it to this company. And I'm like, but I just spent 2 weeks getting the CV all chef's kiss, beautiful and amazing. You just told me it's amazing. Now you want me to go and edit it before and tailor make it. And I was just like, oh, you know, I can't be bothered. I was so busy with my job already. And now I had to go and research the company, because how else do you tailor make a CV to a company without researching them, finding out what their challenges are, finding out what the opportunities are, and talking about that on your CV. I was like, I just don't have time for this. Even before I've even secured an interview, I need to be doing all this. So she must have called me 4 times. I just kept ignoring her messages, but she was so persistent, this recruiter, that in the end I finally picked up, and I was just going to tell her, I'm sorry, I'm just too busy to be doing this. But she convinced me to do it, and I got the CV back to her the very next morning. She was so persistent, damn. She didn't even give me time. She was like, I need the CV preferably tonight, but latest first thing in the morning. So I did my research, I tailor-made the heck out of it. I talked about how their business might be affected in the pandemic, the opportunities, the challenges, and I was like, this is what I'm going to bring to the role, and this is why I'm different from every other candidate that you're seeing at the moment. She came back to me the very next day, and she was like, wow, like, they're very hard to please, but the guy that you're going to be interviewing with first, he said that he was very impressed by your CV. But before you actually do the first round of interviews, they want you to make a 2-minute video telling them about yourself, your experiences. I'm like, wow. I haven't had an interview yet. They want me to now be doing film production, editing, you know. I'm just like, what? I was like, okay, don't worry, let's just do it. I've got a unique advantage in this because I literally make videos all the time. I can edit, I can, you know, I'm quite confident in front of the camera. So I banged out the script, everything that I wanted to say, did a few runs, and what I did with the editing is I put a lot of, because it couldn't be more than 2 minutes, I put a lot of the information that I couldn't get across in the video on the screen, which I felt something quite a lot of people might be able to do if they haven't really done editing before. And even I was impressed with that video, because that was my opportunity to use my brag file even before getting through the door. And you guys will see, I'll insert the video here so you can see how I did that. And I'm telling you, it was a powerful video. My name is Mimi, and I'm the product specialist at a software company called. My role requires me to sell our digital onboarding solution to existing accounts within the business. I'm charged with understanding their business structure, their needs, their challenges, and demonstrating how my solution can help them to improve efficiency, expediency, and most importantly, to drive results. I've got less than 2 minutes to share why I believe I'm the right candidate for the senior account management position, so I'll keep it succinct. You've already seen my CV, so you know that I've got over 7 years of relevant sales and account management experience. I also possess exceptional communication skills, and I fully understand that people buy from people. My approach to account management is always consultative, understanding what my clients' business objectives are, what the key stakeholders have been charged with delivering, and aligning my solution and products to help them meet their business objectives. Now, I could carry on telling you how great I am, but I believe seeing what my current CEO, colleagues, and managers have to say about me is far more powerful. And if I still haven't convinced you that I'm the right candidate for this role, then I look forward to doing so over the next 2 interview stages. Thank you for your consideration. Came back again and they were like, wow, honestly, Mimi, they were blown away. And just to let you guys know, the recruiter actually sent me a talking list of points she wanted me to cover, but I knew that she had actually put 2 or 3 other candidates up for this role and they had rejected them. So I was like, okay, well, if this is the same spec sheet you gave the other 2 candidates and they didn't get the role, I'm not going to stick to these talking points. So I tweaked it a little bit, put my brag file in there, and yeah, they were really impressed. They couldn't wait to get me in. I had the first interview with one of the directors. Oh, my eyebrows are looking a little bit bushy. I've just gotten ready for a second round interview. It's like a first stage, but I've already done a stage before, so I'm gonna call it a second stage. I'm just wearing my interview blouse that hopefully makes me look smart and dedicated. It's all been done via Zoom. I've only been in my current role for 6 months. I'm smashing and killing it, but money makes the world go around. So it's been about 40 minutes. I feel ready. I'm just gonna do some last minute prep in my setup. But I've said a prayer, I feel confident. Wish me luck, guys. I'll let you know how it goes. So no questioning, don't ever tell his love for you. Cause it's only in his love that you find the breakthrough. Oh, it's like the brightest sunrise, waiting on the other side. Talk is not, don't ever lose hope. He really nice, very informal, good chat to talk about my experience, you know, what I bring to the role. After that, the feedback I got from the recruiter again was he was super impressed. Even still, he said that he tried to find flaws but he couldn't find any. It was quite frustrating for him. I was like, great, they told me 1 more round of interviews. I was like, okay, good. So now I was meeting the deputy CEO and I had a chat with her, just 30 minutes long, and again I did a lot of research, a lot of prep work in the background. Who are their key customers, who are the key stakeholders, what are the products, etc., and just had a really good chat with her. And one thing that sets you apart when you're junior level and go for a more senior level role is that you can really challenge, you know, their business plans. You can really challenge what they're doing and saying, like, you know, kind of suggesting ways they might do things better softly, you know, because it lets them know that when you're coming to this role, you're not just coming to sit down and take a back seat. You're coming because you've got visions, you've got ideas to hopefully implement and make the business better. But I did sort of say to her, because she asked me, why are you leaving your current role? Like, I've seen the amazing feedback you're getting. You're obviously doing very well. You've only been there for 6 months. This is not the time to be dragging your employer or saying bad things. You know, I just said, look, I'm looking for more ownership. I'm looking for something a little bit more senior than the current role I'm in, you know, The next day, my recruiter calls me back and she's like, Mimi, I don't know what you did, but they've changed the role from a senior account manager position. They now want you to interview for an account director position. I was just like, what? I was like, did they change it because of me, or like, are other people interviewing and now they want to see how I do with this new position, and I'm going to be dealing with people with even more experience? Like, I just thought a director, I'm not experienced enough, but obviously she felt from that meeting I thought that I was suitable enough. So they changed it to an account director position. They sent me the job spec for the new position, my responsibilities. I was like, yup. It was basically everything I told her I wanted, and she had basically listened to me and gone back and tailor-made a whole new job to get me to want to work for them, basically. So I thought that was a final interview, but they're like, no, now we want you to sit down with the deputy CEO and the CEO. Hey guys, so very quick one. I think the last time I talked about the job that I was going for, I was about to sit down with the deputy CEO. It was just a 30-minute chat, and it was a really good chat. Like, I got feedback the very next day. The feedback was super positive. It was just, she was pretty impressed. She thought I'd be a really good fit for their business and what they're trying to do and help with their growth agenda. But it's how you know the feedback was really good. They actually changed the job spec that I was going up for. So when I applied for the role, I applied for a senior account manager role. They've now
made that role a client director role, and they've come back to me and said, we now want you to interview for a client director role. And I've got the final interview in an hour exactly with the deputy CEO and the actual CEO. So I'm just sat in front of two computers preparing. I definitely feel nervous. This is like the third interview I've done, but before that I had to change my CV, adapt it to suit them, and I had to create a 2-minute video to win the business. I'll show you guys what I end up creating. So it's definitely not been an easy interview process, and I definitely think the CEO is going to be the toughest sell, but it's good to know that I've got the deputy CEO sort of in my corner. I just need to do all my prep, pages and pages of prep on the business, what they're doing, what they're achieving, my past, my resume on my CV, what I've done, what my achievements have been, and make sure I'm ready for any questions that might arise. Obviously also make sure you're super friendly and likable. Likability is a huge part of interviews, you know. So key factor, last time I met the deputy CEO, she was a little bit under the weather. So definitely gonna ask how is she doing, and maybe just catch up on some of the conversation we had last time. So yeah, anyway, I thought I'd fill you guys in, but I've got an hour and I need to prepare, and I'm gonna do like a proper look professional. I don't know if I should change my blouse. No, I think it's a good blouse. Look professional, makeup and hair before the meeting, but let me focus now.
And I'm like, you people want to finish me. How many interviews? I've already rearranged CV. I have filmed a video. I've done 2 interviews. Now, the last one, I was like, okay, I was so nervous. This was the first time I was actually truly nervous, because I had watched a lot of videos with the CEO, and even him, like, I'm very intellectually capable and very smart. As I say, humility is for the unemployed, and I'm very well spoken. But this man, when he speaks, sometimes I'm like having to Google some of these words he's saying, and that just doesn't happen to me often. And I was like, oh dear God, this man is on a different level, you know. But I got there, and I remember at the end of the 30-minute interview, I tried to soft close them, which is always a good idea to do before you leave the interview. Ask them, from everything you've seen from me today, is there any reason why you might think that I'm not a good fit for this role or this company? And that just gives you an opportunity to hear a little bit of feedback and maybe objection handle. If they say, yeah, we really like your CV, but our company culture is this, I'm not sure that's what you're looking for, you can quickly say, oh, no, I've worked at other companies where the culture is very similar to yours, and I've really loved it. I thrive in this type of environment. So I just try to soft close them. And
so interview is done. I look a lot more professional now, don't I, with my cute blouse and a little bit more spruced up makeup, still minimal. Sat down with the CEO and the deputy CEO, really good conversations. To be honest, he only asked me questions for 10 minutes, and then the rest of it were me asking them questions. Imagine if you've gone to interview and you don't have questions. That would be the end of it after 10 minutes. But I always have questions, and off the back of their answers I found more questions to ask them, because am I letting the interview end after 10 minutes? No. So yeah, I think my questions were also very thought-provoking, had them thinking, okay, what are we currently doing with our business? Is there opportunity to do more? Where are we not capitalizing? And that's always key and integral in terms of standing out, you know, if you're making them think we should be doing more. So that's what I really tried to get them to think about. But it's all done. They kind of said to me, I tried to soft close them, like, have you seen anything from me today that would make you think that I'm not the right person for this director role? They just said no, absolutely not, but we do have 2 other candidates to see, and I guess it comes down to how they perform against how you did. And they said, or the CEO said, if we were a bigger company and we had more, and we were hiring for more roles, like, I'd be off the phone right now and saying to the deputy CEO, right, we need to make Mimi an offer. So that is very good feedback indeed. But you just don't know, you know, if they see 2 people that have more experience than I have, stand out more than I did, I don't know. But obviously right now I'm saying prayers and I'm crossing my fingers and I'm leaving it at God. But I see a smile on my face is because I know I did everything I could, and if this role was right for me, I'll get it.
first thing in the morning, she called me and she was like, Mimi, they had nothing but good feedback to say about you. She went on this long list of all these positive things, and I just thought, oh God, there's a big fat but coming. And then she was like, yeah, so they would like to offer you the job. And I was like, what? Why did you make me think I hadn't got the role? I got the job. Guys, I got the job. I can't believe it. Just address me as Director Mimi. I honestly cannot believe it. I'm so happy. Like, my recruiter called me, and you know when they just start telling you such good things and you just think, yeah, like they were really impressed, but she just made it sound like there was this huge but coming. Maybe they thought I wasn't qualified enough or something. I was just there listening to all these great things they said about me, and then she was like, yeah, so they want to offer you the role. I was like, what? Me. So I was writing the feedback down as I was thinking, oh God, I didn't even get it. So they said they found it difficult to find a fault with me. From the very first interview, they've been incredibly impressed. My performance was always polished. All my answers were thought out. So were my questions. The recruiter said she's never heard them speak so highly about any candidate. They were really impressed and definitely want to offer me the role. And when the recruiter asked the deputy CEO, who will be my manager, when would you like Mimi to start, she was like, as soon as possible. They can't wait to have me on board, and they think I would be a perfect cultural fit for them. Your good sis is a director. God done did that. So they wanted me to start ASAP, but I couldn't because I had to wait another almost 3 weeks to get this bonus. And it's actually funny because in my current role, I asked them, I said to them, look, I'm working really hard. You've capped my bonus. So the max I'll ever earn in this bonus is £10,000 a year. You've capped it, even though I'm smashing this job. I was like, I want you to uncap it and put a structure in place that allows me to, you know, earn in accordance to my performance. And they did do that. They did that a month ago, like a month and a bit ago. So this was like the first month that I had this new bonus structure in place. Based on what I earned from just 1 month of this new structure, I would be earning, wow, that's crazy to do that maths. I'd be earning over 40,000 more a year on my bonus if they kept the structure in place based on this performance. I'm not going to say I'm going to perform this whole way through the whole year, but like, it's mad that a bonus that was just capped at 10,000, I literally quadrupled it because I said I want more money and I want it to be based on my performance. And they went back and they were like, you know, that's fair enough, you are doing a great job, we'll change it. And you might think, okay, well, if you're currently earning 40,000 on your bonus, but why would you take 20,000? No, this is 20,000 on my basic. If you don't know the way sales works, this is basic and a bonus. Basic means you're guaranteed that money. Bonus, they might change the bonus structure when they see how much I'm smashing it, which to be honest, I feel like they would, most employers would do. When they see that you're achieving massively over what they expected, they might change it. But also I want to be on a high basic. It just shows where I'm going, the trajectory of my career. But I just wanted to talk you guys through that. I've got a meeting now, I've still got to work out my notice, but I'm beyond happy. That's why I've been kind of MIA. I've been dealing with a lot. It's just brought me closer to my goals. Do you guys remember my mood board from the start of the year? And you know, we said make 2021 count, business, money, and a new home. Your good sis has put her flat on the market. She's ready to sell. The money she's bringing in is going to allow her to buy the kind of property she wants. So she's making moves, and I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope my story and journey will inspire and help somebody. Trust me when I say the quickest way to get a salary increase is to move sideways and up. You know, you're only on average going to get about 5% increases year on year in your present role, unless they think you're going to leave. When you're going to leave, they're more likely to negotiate a higher pay for you. But if you move sideways and up, you can get a bigger bump. Have your brag file, know what you've accomplished, know what you're doing, and insist on an annual performance review. I wish you guys the best of luck. I know you're happy, looking good, feeling good. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Just say no, 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 no. Just say yeah, yeah, yeah.